Hello, folks. Welcome back to Comic Talk 360. This is the editorial version of the show where I do like a full length episode on one major topic, but I also do editorials on stuff that has been pretty much swirling around the news of late. One of the things I want to do is an opinion. I normally bring this out, hear what you guys have to say, hear your feedbacks on the matter. These are opinionated, so again, this is up to you guys to tell me whether or not you feel it should or should not happen, and just give me a reason why. Use the comment section as the main vehicle because, again, comic book fans may not feel the same way as those in the major media market feels, and we've seen that a lot. All right, so let's get right straight to it, and let's talk about Inhumans. Not too long ago, there was an announcement that Inhumans may not be made into a movie. I don't know if that announcement actually has stuck or not, or are they going to continue as planned. But needless to say that Marvel's lineup is pretty much packed. Their lineup goes all the way back to even 2019, 2020, with films that have yet been announced. They plan to keep going forward even when after the actors of the phase 1, 2, 3 has finally ended their contract and everything has been settled. One of the stories is that Shield may have his own movie. Another story is that Nick Fury, which by the way is really the only character Samuel Jackson has that he signed for a long, long period of time. He's not even halfway through his contract yet, and he still has a long way. Keep note that there's yet to been any script for his own film, but eventually, sooner or later, that's bound to happen. But there has been a movie that has since been in limbo. And the reason is because of one, this probably the scheduling of the Avengers and how that may interfere with the overall story. Two, it may not vote well for the fans because, like me, I did not even know this comic existed. I don't know what Inhuman is. I have no clue who the characters are, nor do I have any desires to run to see it because again it was no really a real attachment to it, and it seems like now I'm not the only one. A good majority of the fans don't really have much of an attachment towards this particular comic, or the story for that matter. So it really brings the question of should they actually proceed going through it, knowing they're going to spend a lot of money, and is a more high chance that they may actually lose money because nobody ever heard of it. Say what you want. I know a lot of people say that Guardian Galaxy was a big risk because it's one of those low-level comics. People heard of Guardians Galaxy. Rocket Raccoon is one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Universe. They showed him in games for Christ's sakes. So it's not like Rocket Raccoon, nobody knew who Rocket Raccoon came from. So there's a history between Guardian Galaxy and a fan base that's solidified. Ant-Man, which I didn't follow, and yes, I did not see the film. I only saw it when it finally came out on DVD. I didn't rush to see this film, but a lot of people did, and a lot of people brought their families with them. It's one of the most safest family-friendly comic book movie you're gonna see. We'll have the whole list, and being that Marvel plays it safe with their characters, keeping them grounded in the middle, pretty much being dark but not too dark where it's not enjoyable for all ages. That says a lot. But Ant Man did well, and keep in mind they didn't expect Ant Man to do that well. It was one of the biggest risks they ever had. Ant Man, really? Out of all the heroes you're gonna make, you're making a person who can shrink down to an ant life size. But they did, and it worked. That's the big risk. I don't know if they have faith in human. I really don't. I think they really do feel that it may not work well. And like I said, unlike a lot of the stuff that's coming out with the directors and the cast, do anybody really know who's actually set to star in Inhuman? Do anybody really know who's going to play the characters? Whatever these characters are? That's a good question. Also, this is something that I don't want to say that the argument because I don't know that I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, I didn't read the comics, so I can't really go out and say it. You guys probably read the comics. Those who are listening to this audio, you guys probably have knows more about it. But I'd like to hear what you have to say. Is this a generic version of the X Men? Is this their version? Is going to be Marvel's answer to the X Men, which has been a success over the past 2 decades, will this be that this X-Men for this universe? And will people actually go for it? Because I got news for you. Maybe we don't want to see another version of an X-Men. They want to see X-Men. They don't want to see Inhumans be X-Men. So there's a lot of question marks that's been thrown out there, and these are questions that honestly let me think a little bit because again, I don't know what Inhumans are. I don't know how they're going to present this character. I don't know anything about the history of this comic book. Who wrote it? What it was all about? Is it still being in circulation? I don't know nothing. Yeah, well, you know or not, that's not. I don't follow every comic book that's out there, and neither does many of the diehard fans. They have a particular group of comics they follow that, and that's pretty much it. I guarantee, I love Batman, I love Superman, I know what Wonder Woman is, I know what Aquaman is, I know what most of the characters like Hawkeye, but there's a whole bunch of characters I don't know. Like, do anybody know DC's Sun Girl? No? Okay, then there's my point. There's a lot of characters in DC that is out there that is actually being printed and circulated. But I guarantee you, a good portion of them of us comic book readers don't follow that. We only, most of us follow the primary ones. It's one of the reasons why you always will see the primary heroes being printed because those are the ones that are top billing that people recognize the most. Does it make it right? No, but this is what it is, and unfortunately, we're gonna keep having that until until another breakthrough comic comes out of the woodwork. With that being said, would I be mad if it is true that they completely canceled out on the movie? No. Would I be happy if they proceed? I really don't care either way. I think that it really does depends on how it's presented. I think it would be one of the most daring moves that they have had because again, it's one of those comics that do have a high risk, just like Doctor Strange does. Doctor Strange, I recognize. I saw him. My first recognition was A, the animated movie, B, Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't see the made-for-TV show they had, but like I said, I recognize who the character is. I recognize what he is, where he's from, and I'm actually a big fan of Benedict Cumberbatch. But is it going to be a mega hit? Not really. I mean, it's not going to break any records like Captain America did, but it's definitely something that the fans will be pushing for. But this is what makes Marvel unique. They're pushing not just their primary characters, but they're pushing a lot of characters that pretty much are like the second tier or those who probably never heard before. Is they're taking big risks. But at the same time, let's be honest, Disney doesn't want to lose money. And Disney wants to keep the money cash flow flowing. They have had a record breaking year this year, despite the fact that it's not been a very good year in American box office for summer movies. It has not. It's been very bad. Very, very bad. But in any case, that's something I wanted to ask you guys. Do you really feel they should proceed with Inhumans? Should they leave it be? Should it be no? Let's not do that. Let's focus on the story angle that is the Avengers, part 1 and 2 of the Infinity Wars, and just deal with that and not put too much in the middle. Because keep in mind, I think Inhumans is supposed to premiere in between, so it is kind of weird. But I am wondering what they plan to do with that. I am wondering if they're going to keep it like that or just push it out the way or just continue canceling into it. Because I know there's another movie that they want to put in there. It seems to escape me for some reason. But like I said, there are films I'm looking forward for. Panther, I'm definitely looking forward for. I'm looking forward to seeing how Doctor Strange is, especially Doctor Strange. I actually like the effects. And for those who don't know, for those who used to be former members of Spill.com, Carl Hill, one who played Kyle from Spill.com, has actually written the story. So I am curious on how that's going to work. I'm very, very curious. I'm very happy for him. He's done a lot of great things for himself. An author, he's a writer for movies. Did the Sinister 1 and 2 films, so he's done great for himself. And I'm glad he's getting more work. Couldn't happen to a more better guy. That's it, guys. So as always, leave a comment below and let me know what you feel about what I have to say. And I'll be back with another full episode with the long Halloween. Until next time, J77 saying take care, be safe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.